Right, tomorrow, UFC 278. It's time. I can't wait. Let's get into the predictions, the breakdowns, the welterweight division, and ultimately what's going on with Kamaru Usman lately. So before we start, I'm going to give you the main card predictions for UFC 278 and ultimately why I'm picking who I'm picking. So for the opener on the main card, I'm going to go Tyson Pedro versus Harry Hunsucker. I'm going to go Tyson Pedro by knockout. Ultimately, in my books, I have it round one. Tyson Pedro is going to get Harry Hunsucker out of there straight away, if not round one, round two, to be honest, and that's just how that's going to go. So for Jose Aldo versus Marab, I'm going to go Jose Aldo by decision. I don't think that Marab's going to find the takedowns as much as he would like, obviously being primarily a wrestler. I feel like Jose Aldo's just going to be able to outclass him, outstrike him, and ultimately lead to that points finish. I feel like maybe it's going to be 29-28, but yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be a really close one, but I'm going to go Jose Aldo by decision. I'm not sure why he's an underdog, really. For Costa and Rockhold, Costa's going to finish Luke Rockhold within the first two rounds. Rockhold hasn't fought in 3 years, and we know how that chin holds up against these power punches like Paulo Costa. You saw him get put out by Yan, obviously by Bisping. So yeah, I just don't think that he's going to be able to hold Costa's power. If it does get to the ground, however, I feel like it could go Rockhold's way, but I just don't see it going to the ground before Costa knocks him out. So with the main event of the evening, Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards, this is a tricky one. Because other than Colby, I feel like Leon Edwards in this division has a chance to beat Kamaru Usman. I don't see Leon Edwards knocking out Kamaru, but I do see him picking him apart for the 5 rounds with his unbelievable kickboxing, Muay Thai. You've seen it. They call him scissor hands for a reason. If he gets into the clinch, Leon Edwards going to give him those vicious elbows, going to slice Kamaru open. He's got good takedown defense. But then again, it's really hard to bet against Kamaru Usman. So for my final pick, I'm going to go Kamaru Usman, but it's going to be extremely close. I'm talking 49-48. And I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to call it a robbery if Leon Edwards wins. But you never know. This is the fight game. Kamaru Usman could starch him in the first round, but I just don't see this fight going out like that. Alright, so what does this mean for the welterweight division? Like I spoke about in last week's video with the bantamweight division, after this main event, what happens with the division? So obviously you have Nate Diaz and Hamzat Chimaev fighting. And I feel like the winner of that fight, obviously being Hamzat, is going to fight the winner of this fight. If it's Leon Edwards, though, who beats Kamaru, I feel like they're going to run it back straight away with Kamaru, obviously, because Kamaru's been so dominant and basically it's his fight to lose. But if Kamaru retains his title, Hamza Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman, look for that to be the next welterweight title fight. In my opinion, Kamaru Usman is just, I think, is the fame's getting to him. I'm getting vibes in this fight when he was fighting Tyron Woodley, and Tyron Woodley was underestimating him like extremely badly. I feel like this is what's going to happen. Kamaru Usman's going in there with Leon, I don't think respecting him that much. Obviously, given the first fight, how he sort of dominated. But this isn't the first fight. This is Leon Edwards at his best, prime Leon Edwards. And I just feel like Kamaru Usman's underestimating him a lot. I don't know, man. Just like the antics that Kamaru does and his outfits and who he thinks he is. Like obviously he's the pound for pound champ and etc. etc. But I feel like you got to act like what got you to the dance. I feel like you got to act what got you to the dance, and I feel like this new Kamaru that we're seeing, this cocky, this arrogant. Obviously, he has every right to be, but it's just not him. It just oozes like a fake image. I feel like this co-main event could have been Jose Aldo versus Marab. I don't think Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold has all the hype that a co-main event should have. I feel like there's more at stake in Jose Aldo versus Marab, considering that Costa just lost to Vittori and Izzy, and Luke Rockhold hasn't fought in 3 years. Like Jose Aldo and Marab could fight for the title, or could fight Chito Vera. Like, in my opinion, there's just more at stake for the bantamweight, so that's why I feel like it should have been the co-main. I think why they put it at the co-main is because they expect a crazy knockout, a crazy finish, so it's going to be hyped getting into the main event. Yeah, obviously the hype being there with the knockout, but what does a win for Luke Rockhold mean in the middleweight division? You know what I mean? Yeah, like I just feel like what does a win for Paulo Costa mean against Luke Rockhold in the middleweight division? I just feel like it doesn't really give much clarity. And what if Luke Rockhold wins? What does that mean for him? I don't see him fighting Izzy. The cunt hasn't fought in 3 years. And what, scrapes a win against Paulo Costa, who's on a 2-fight losing streak? I don't know, man. I feel like Jose Aldo should have been, like I said, Jose Aldo and Marab should have been the co-main event. There's more at stake. There's more context. Fights are built off context. But anyway, enough what I think. Let me know what you guys think. UFC 278, looking to be a good card. Can't wait for it. A lot of finishes, I presume. Couple decisions here and there. Couple robberies here and there. Look out for that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow my Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at Bachelor of MMA. And I will see you guys next time.